Hi everyone, I hope you are. This is CoinsKid. It's going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thanks for your support. Okay, I hope you had a really good weekend. I hope you have a really good week moving forward. So this could be a really crucial week for Bitcoin. Basically, you know, it could either correct massively and form like an ABC correction, as you're fully aware, or we could come down to a lovely level of support, which is what we're doing right now. We are holding a level of support relatively well at the moment for Bitcoin. These corrections and these little pullbacks are part of the cycle. We were anticipating this. We have run into that level of resistance right there, that brick wall of that inverse head and shoulders pattern, and potentially the bump and run pattern as well for Bitcoin, which I've shown you before. Okay, so it's all lining up. It's all good. You know, these pullbacks are what you want to see, because you was getting a little bit overextended for Bitcoin. When you get a little bit overheated and a little bit overextended, you know, just apply a level of logic that you can't continue. Ethereum, though, right now is absolutely blowing up, isn't it? It's having a little bit of retracement at the moment, but it does have a technical target. Do check out the Ethereum video today, and we'll go through that with you. Ethereum's looking extremely bullish, okay, and that is good for altcoins as well, because obviously it's the king altcoin, isn't it, and it carries the market in that sense as well. So this is where you see some appreciation against Bitcoin, so to speak, and sort of a mini little alt season before Bitcoin picks up again. And continues with its little bull run. So right now it's holding key levels of support, but what I want to show you is a couple of things really. You know, the market today is down 2.51%, to be expected, because you've got a little bit overheated, and it's having a bit of a pullback. Great, this is what you want to see. You want to see these waveforms, okay, moving up, moving down. Looking across the board, you can see that pretty much everything's having a little bit of a drawdown in the past day, so to speak. There's only a few coins that stand out in the top 100 here that are having any kind of upside. You've got Bitcoin Gold, BTG. You know what, I actually looked into that when I first got into crypto. There were so many forks of Bitcoin, it's untrue. But, you know, stick with King Bitcoin, so to speak. But, yeah, so at the minute, in the last hour, we're looking at Bitcoin Gold picking up. So not much in the top 100 is pumping, to be honest with you. In the last 24 hours, again, Bitcoin Cash, another fork of Bitcoin. Terra is having a nice little pump just there. DigiByte. Now this is one crypto that I do need to go over with you, because I've got a fantastic upside target for that. Personally, I do hold DigiByte. I dollar cost average into it. I always have been, because the technicals look really good for DigiByte. I should make a video for you guys, okay? But yeah, do look into DigiByte. I do see more upside for that in this bull run, okay? It's got a lovely little low market capitalization. It's potentially a little altcoin gem, but this again is a Bitcoin video. So right now I'm going to show you something that I want to show you, okay, for Bitcoin. So looking at this stock to flow ratio, this is stock to flow model basically by Plan B. Basically, you know, what it's saying here, if we adhere to this stock to flow, price and demand economics, you understand that, okay, and potentially this is where, you know, it's on a path by 2026 almost, you're going to be looking at $1 million per Bitcoin. So far, so good. It's adhering to this structural support, okay. Now, one thing I want to draw to your attention is that any time that Bitcoin falls below this medium line just here, okay, and goes green, this always offered fantastic entry opportunities in a bull market or any market at any point in history. You know, looking at continuation, when you're overheated in the red, this is time to take profits. When you're under here, this is time to enter. And right now you are, look, you're right under this medium line down here, you're green, so you're looking pretty good for an entry. But again, not financial advice, and it's just a small little statistic. Now there are some fantastic on-chain data analysis coming out from Willy Woo at the moment. I do need to cover him a little bit more, but fundamentally, you know, Bitcoin looks extremely bullish fundamentally and technically, okay, and everyone's expecting a big major crash, aren't they? But you know what, I'm not going to call it, because I don't want to direct you anyway. I'm not biased towards anything. All I say is what I see, and so far Bitcoin is holding structural support for continuation of the bull run, okay, and we're starting to see that structural support appear all over the markets for crypto, not just Bitcoin. So right now I'm just going to take a quick look at the DXY and see how that's doing today in comparison to Bitcoin, okay? Yeah, so just taking a quick look at the DXY, then you can see it is having some kind of little pickup today. You've bounced off this 55 EMA, okay, which is relatively good, relatively strong, but you are in a bearish pennant just there. It's a continuation pattern. So you're forming some kind of horizontal just there, and you fell into it, just like this horizontal here, okay, and you're falling into this. You know, it's a continuation pattern. So do expect, you know, if you do see the DXY lose this 55 EMA on the daily time frame and start hitting its head, you know, you've still got the technical target down here, so you are looking at a further depreciation here of around about 0.5% almost for the DXY. Now if it starts to lose this level of support just there, this is where you're going to see it fall and come down to this level of support here, where, you know, you're fully aware potentially it could lose this, and this is your technical target for the DXY, okay? And if this does come to fruition right now, and we do fall down here for the DXY, and it loses this level of support and continues with a trend, and you're looking at a 12% correction for the DXY, this is where you're going to see the continuation of the bull run for Bitcoin. And you know, crypto, everything is going to absolutely take off to the moon. And we've already gone through all this with you, okay? But I will try and put the DXY in here every day, because you can see it's having a little bit of a pickup on what's Bitcoin doing right now. It's retracing, isn't it? So we're going to look at Bitcoin on the daily time frame quickly and see what we can see, okay? So looking at Bitcoin, and it's playing out exactly as we had anticipated. I did say to you, if you do break this level of resistance, you're going to see it absolutely melt up to these levels here, okay? But do expect a level of rejection. Right now, you've got a rising wedge which is playing out, which is beautiful. We want to see this, you know. I know people will be thinking, oh, we're going to a bear market, it's going to go to zero. But Bitcoin is so strong right now, you could potentially bounce from here and continue with this trend, forming this sort of mini little right shoulder here that we're anticipating here for Bitcoin, of this inverse head and shoulders. Do you see that? And potentially you've got this bump and run scenario for Bitcoin as well, where you break this level of resistance, you roll back to its support, and then you continue with a trend and you break this high. There is also, which we've spoken about before, is the three peaks and a domed house, where you got your three peaks, then you've got your floor, your bottom, sorry, you come up, you create your floor, then you have that bull trap up there, okay, which is up to our targets just up here at 200k and onwards. So potentially, you know, this is a potential place. So far, so good. It's doing everything that it needs to do for continuation in this bull run. You want to see these drawbacks. You're getting a little bit overextended. You are now currently in a bull cross on the daily time frame for Bitcoin, okay, which is absolutely amazing. Look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. These don't come around every day, okay? So right now, if we can come back and hold key levels of support, you're looking for continuation, and this is perfectly healthy for Bitcoin to do so. So what I'm going to do right now is show you some key levels of support that Bitcoin does need to hold, okay, in this retracement that it's going through. So right now then, Bitcoin is retracing, okay, to a key level of support for continuation of this impulsive wave that we hopefully going to form right now for Bitcoin. Now these yellow lines here, these are really massively important. I'm going to leave these on the chart, okay? So basically what you're doing here, you've come down a massive impulsive wave and you're retracing before looking for a level of resistance where you continue with a wave down. Do you see that? That's as simple as it is. But this is a key level of resistance. If you get a rejection here and roll, you've created a dead cat bounce. I've shown you this, yeah? Now, to confirm the bias of a more high probability to the fact that you're going to create this reversal wave here, you've got to break this level of resistance to 0.618. I'm going to drop these levels in for you as well. So this particular level is just there, and that particular level is just there as well for Bitcoin, okay? So right now you can see you run into a level of resistance. You are carrying out a rising wedge pattern on the 4-hourly time frame. We'll look at that in a moment. But most importantly, you're retracing at the moment, okay? You're retracing, looking for a key level of support before continuation of the next impulsive wave up. So what we need to do is drop your levels in for retracing. So right now you can see a lot of people say, oh, you use your fibs backwards and stuff like that. Yeah, I've got a tutorial that's in every single video description. It's a video tutorial on why I set my charts up like this and why I use them like this, okay? Think outside the box, folks. So anyway, to make sure we get the right points of contact on this, okay? So yeah, that's your top and that's your bottom just there. Make sure we knob on. You've got to be knob on, okay? You can use a magnet, but I never do. But anyway, so right now, Bitcoin is retracing. Now, Bitcoin is in such an strong uptrend, you could actually come down here and bounce off this 0.236, because I want to remind you, okay, when a trend starts, basically a new trend, say you break the trend and you create a new trend, okay, basically a new trend, you create a new trend. I've taught you all that, yeah? You've broken a bit of a downtrend here, a level of consolidation, you've been under the cosh, in your head. Now right now, this is confirmation that you're creating a new trend, because you're above these EMAs, okay? Like I said to you, you're above the 20, most importantly. You're above that, you're in an uptrend on any time frame, okay? So right now, you are in an uptrend on the daily time frame. You was in a downtrend here, coming down to test key levels of support, which you did. You held like a boss. Now you've broken the trend, you're creating a new trend and a new trend, basically. Now you're retracing for looking for continuation of the trend, coming back down to a key level of support. So providing you can hold these key levels of support, this is why you don't go short, effectively. You know, you can trade the chop in and out, but long term, you're looking at a beautiful uptrend here for Bitcoin, because you're breaking the trend resistance. So you're in a bullish cross, a buy and go to the beach signal from CoinsKid. You're retracing to a key level of support. Now in a trend, I want to remind you of this. Look at any chart, look at any history of any trend. When you break a trend and you create a new trend, that initial trend is really strong. Okay, you've been in such a big downtrend that you create this uptrend and you're breaking key levels of resistance. This is why this trend was so strong, because it had to be to break the trend. Do you understand that? And right now you're retracing. Now the initial retracement of a strong trend, usually, okay, traders target this 050 as a key level of support. This is where you see a mountain of orders and bids for Bitcoin. If you look on the charts, you look on the order books, you'll see a mountain of orders at 35238, around that sort of area, because this is where pro traders are placing their bids. Yeah, but because you're in such a strong uptrend, you've hit a level of resistance, you're retracing to a key level of support. Now in the initial start of a trend, you will always see any particular project come back to a higher level of support than the 050. As the trend starts to weaken and you are nearing a level of consolidation before continuation, this is where you start to see the retracement come deeper and potentially bouncing off a 0618. And then obviously if you lose a 0618, you're looking at forming a reversal wave. Do you see this? So this particular trend is extremely strong for Bitcoin. The fact is, we could actually come down to the 0236 right here at 39k, bounce and continue with this trend, coming back up, breaking this dead cat bounce, and potentially coming back up to retest this 0618, the golden ratio, as resistance. Because like I said to you, if you do break that, you're looking at a massive reversal wave up to the all-time high here for Bitcoin. So this is really, really strong. It's got a little bit overheated. You're coming back to a key level of support. If you can hold these key levels of support, you're looking great. Now obviously one primary target here is if you do start to lose a 0236, do anticipate putting some cheeky bids in down here on this particular level at 36937. Okay, because that is where the 20 EMA is as well. Look at that, beautiful. You're in an uptrend on the daily time frame. You're looking for support for continuation. Now I'm going to drop down some fib levels, and you're fully aware if you do start to lose these levels and you fall any lower and you lose 33,808, you are looking at a reversal wave and you're coming back down to this wave here where you formed it. Okay, you're fully aware. So right now there's no signs of that at the moment, but obviously if you do start to lose support, that's your primary target. So right now, personally, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but Bitcoin is very, very strong. It's in a really strong uptrend. Okay, crypto is, to be honest with you. So if you do start to see Bitcoin bounce off this particular area, this 236, you have more of a little bit of rollover. You come off this level here, you're looking at this potential upside for Bitcoin. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit here for you. You could be looking at a whopping little long opportunity off this level of support. You could be looking at a nice 15% upside for Bitcoin, coming up to 44988, breaking this 050 as resistance, and hopefully at that point, if you was to roll over, you're looking for a retracement again, and hopefully we can hover above the 050 retracement right there, and that sort of invalidate that dead cat bounce probability, okay, because it's all probabilities at the moment. Now obviously if you do start to retrace deeper, the next impulsive wave up is greater. So if we was to lose this 0236 as support round about 39015, and you did see Bitcoin roll any deeper than that, then do anticipate that your 20 EMA on the daily time frame is going to come in and act as a level of support, and that currently sits at 36930, which is already 038, which is also the 0382 Fibonacci retracement. Because if it does, you're looking at a greater impulsive wave up and a high probability, to make more money and a long opportunity. You're looking at a lovely 26% upside for Bitcoin, pushing you up to 46584. So that's basically Bitcoin. These are your key levels of support right now that you do need to see held for Bitcoin. Now what I'm anticipating here is potentially, if you do start to see the 0236 lost and Bitcoin does come down here, look at this waveform like this, you do start to pick back up and start to form this new impulsive wave after bouncing off the daily 20 EMA down here. If you do start to break this resistance here, you've got that beautiful inverse head and shoulders target, which takes you up to the previous all-time high, and obviously this impulsive wave here will take you up to this level here, the 1618, which would also see you retest the golden ratio. And the probability is that you could actually smash through that, backtest the support, and there's your continuation of the bull run for Bitcoin right here. So all this here is extremely important for Bitcoin moving forward. So that's a little update for Bitcoin today. Hope you enjoyed that. Stay healthy, stay strong. I'll be back tomorrow with another update on Bitcoin. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.